Scream Factory has just released the 1955 sci-fi horror movie Day the World Ended on Blu-ray. Now this release is limited to just 1,500 units, so I immediately snatched it up. This was actually my first viewing of the Roger Corman directed film. So was it worth a blind purchase? Well, let's find out. Day the World Ended begins with the end. The world has been destroyed by nuclear war, and a group of survivors converge on a house in a canyon. So the house is owned by a father and daughter who are basically doomsday preppers that have been preparing for this day. Now apparently the home was built in a strategic location, surrounded by lead-bearing ore and wind placement that keeps the contaminated clouds away from them. If it had been me, I probably just would have built an underground bunker or something. So they have limited supplies, which are really stretched thin when all these people start showing up looking for shelter. So the situation eventually deteriorates into a Night of the Living Dead type scenario with some troublesome characters. But there's an even bigger threat lurking out there, a mutant creature that's slowly closing in on the group. I love vintage horror movies, from the old Universal monster classics to the B-movie creature features. So my expectations were actually pretty high going into this. And you know what? They were mostly met. I love movies where characters are isolated or trapped, and this film has that. Now the explanation for the canyon being safe from the nuclear fallout is a little cheesy, but it works. I also like how the mutant creature is kept hidden for most of the film, with it being a vague shape in the background, or just seeing its claws, that sort of thing. Now when it's finally revealed, it looks very cool in a cheesy 50s B-movie kind of way. And I have to say, the movie gets away with quite a bit of violence too, for being something released in 1955 at least. Now one scene has the characters finding the chewed remains of a body that the creature ate. But even worse than that, one character is murdered in a particularly brutal scene by 1950s standards. She's stabbed in the stomach with a butcher knife and then thrown off a friggin' cliff.
Happy landing, sweetheart.
Wow. Now the cast is pretty solid, and I did recognize Richard Denning from The Creature from the Black Lagoon. This film also has a suitably creepy score and solid direction from Roger Corman. So, any issues? Well, some characters do make some dumb decisions at times, but that's nothing new for horror films. Also, I do wish they had played up the trapped aspect a bit more, as the characters tend to come and go throughout the film, going swimming and hiking, that sort of thing. But those are minor problems. One scene that did bother me had the creature pick up a dead rabbit. It's clearly a real rabbit, and I just hope they didn't kill the poor thing just to make this movie. I really hate that kind of stuff. But overall, this is a fun, campy little B-monster movie. Scream Factory has included a 2K scan from a fine-grained Element. The results are fantastic, with excellent clarity and a clean print. For special features, Scream Factory only lists one, an interview with director Roger Corman. But there's actually more than that. The brand new Corman interview runs 39 minutes, and he discusses an overview of his career. Day the World Ended is also discussed, as well as many other films. It's a fantastic interview. Now also included here but not listed is a theatrical trailer and an audio commentary with film historian Tom Weaver and music historian David Schechter. It's really interesting that Scream didn't advertise these special features. No reversible art is included, just an image of the creature on the back. But this limited edition release does include a folded poster of the beautiful original poster art. Scream Factory has given this fun little 50s monster movie an excellent release. As of now, the movie is still available to order on their website, so definitely snatch it up while you can.